Hello YouTube, this is Mythos once again with yet another unboxing video. Today we will be doing yet another DC Multiverse figure by Mattel. It's part of their 6-inch line. This is part of the Collect and Build Doomsday collection. And as you can see here on the back, yeah, you got the Batman Dark Knight Returns armored Batman that they based the Batman v Superman armor on. They got the Dark Knight Returns Robin, that is Carrie Kelly. She's one of the lesser known Robins and is technically the third Robin ever released, even though she was only in that one particular 2 graphic novel set, and it's an alternate future. Next is the Lex Luthor from Batman v Superman. Supergirl, the one based on the hit TV show Supergirl that was formerly on CBS and is now on the CW. The Mutant Leader from Batman: The Dark Knight Returns, and the new Superman Doomed clone, or copy actually, from Superman Rebirth. And each of them comes with a piece used to create this rather imposing large figure of Doomsday. I myself already have a Doomsday figure, which I got in the DC Universe collection long time ago. It was part of the Death of Superman line of toys, so it was a 6-pack, and Doomsday was one of the 6 figures included. Anyway, we will be unboxing Supergirl herself. Yeah, see? And right here on the side, it says Supergirl TV, Supergirl. Real name, Kara Zor-El, aka Kara Danvers. Base of operations, National City. Yeah. And she's, of course, the younger cousin of Superman, with the powers of flight, strength, speed, super speed, invulnerability, heat vision, and super hearing. Yes. She also absorbs solar radiation faster than Superman. This means that she can't wear herself out as quickly as him. She doesn't burn through her energy as quickly, because she pulls in more. Which I think is one of the factors for why, and spoiler alert here, she was able to defeat Rage Superman during the 2nd season finale. It wasn't because she's actually stronger than him. It is because he was burning himself out too quickly, because he was fighting in a complete rage state. He was just plowing through everything with such rage that it got him sloppy, and he was burning through his energy too quickly. And I think that's why Supergirl was able to defeat him, because she was fighting smarter and was absorbing energy more quickly than he was burning it up. So that, makes her defeating him less OP, if you ask me, because of that. Anyway, let's open her up. I actually got this for my mother, who is a huge fan of the character. She's also a huge Wonder Woman fan. And she's also a huge Superman fan as well, dating all the way back to her childhood, watching the original live-action Superman show. Of course, her reaction to Batman v Superman was not positive, because she loved Superman so much throughout most of her life that seeing him get wailed on, even if it's an inferior Superman like Henry Cavill, was apparently still somewhat traumatizing to her. Even though, let's be honest, Henry Cavill is not a good Superman. He is not a good Superman at all. It's a real shame they can't recast him with a better actor. Okay, and here we have Doomsday's left leg. Yeah. So we're just going to set that aside because I can't do anything with it right now. I don't have any of the other parts. And my, let's say, less than successful collect and build characters. I've had a Dark Side collect and connect figure sitting on the shelf for years. I only got his torso because I hadn't been getting the 6-inch figures off and on as much as I should, and now this thing is ancient. And I put the Justice Buster arm that I got with Oliver Queen, aka Green Arrow, the other night. I put it on here because oddly enough it fit. It fit perfectly. So apparently these collect and connect figures are all universally all the pieces universally fit each other. So, you know, if I wanted to, I could create some sort of amalgam part. If I got like a waist area, I could create like some sort of composite villain. Be like part Doomsday, part Darkseid, part Giant Mecha. Do you think I should do that? Leave in the comments, any of you that actually watch this video, if you think I should do that. If I should create a giant composite supervillain. Anyway, back to Supergirl. Let's get her out of this packaging. See, now, with the characters that have capes, the packaging is always really weird because it doesn't contain the cape in it usually. It has the cape like on the outside of the packaging going through like a slit, which is pretty weird, but it does that with a lot of cape characters. Makes it kind of difficult to get the figure out. See, now this is interesting right here. They actually have the cape so solidly put onto her back. It's actually an extra piece right there attaching it. Okay, now her hands are in fists, so she cannot hold anything. This is very similar to my original Superman figure that I got a very long time ago. This is like a 7-year-old Superman right here. His hands are also in fists. That's also the case with my original Flash figure and my Mary Marvel figure. I'll do videos on them for my Carl's Collection videos. Anyway, again, back to Supergirl. Sorry, I keep getting distracted here. But, see, there she is. Looks pretty much exactly like the actress. Very, very beautiful. Very nice figure. Now, see, what I was talking about with the Green Arrow figure is that the torso doesn't move, whereas this one has that. See, you can actually move the torso in and out. See, look like that. You can move it back here, and you can make her lean forward just a little. It doesn't look like this actually goes as far in as other figures in the line do. Other figures in older lines, like my Superman and Flash figures have that going on with them, as well as my Catwoman figure, but my Mary Marvel figure does not have that particular part in there. And so we got that part, and then the waist, it does the full 360 turn right there. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 points of articulation in this figure. 22. That is way more than the 18 that came with the Green Arrow figure I recently did. I know it had 16, but I forgot to count 2 of the articulation points. So it had 18. So this one has 4 more points of articulation to it, which is actually really interesting. Then again, my Green Arrow figure might have more points too, and I just didn't count them. But then again, the Green Arrow figure is a lot more restrictive. But yeah, basically the arms go all the way around, and they also go up. That is 2 different points right there. And then her arms, her elbows, like go back and forth and can spin. That is another 2 points right there. And then her hands can spin. That is another 2 points each on each side. And then her legs, they can do the Mattel Deluxe Split. That is very, usual there. And her head, of course, does a 360 turn on the ball point. And her knees bend, but also the ankle right here can spin around too in a 360 angle. And then the feet can move up and down, though not as much as you'd think, at least in one direction. Yeah. So there's that. Now, overall, I'm going to put her into an action pose that is pretty much the same pose that I have my Superman figure in. And that is the flying pose right here. It's also like she's raising her arm, triumph. Right there. But yeah, that's Supergirl. For comparison, here she is next to Superman. Yeah. And here she is next to the Green Arrow, because they're both Arrowverse figures. Yeah. Anyway, that has been my unboxing video and overall toy review for this Supergirl figure. Now, if you're a fan of the show, I highly recommend buying this figure. If not, well, there aren't really that many Supergirl figures available right now from DC. At least not in the current roster lines. Though you could get a hold of a Power Girl one from the New 52, maybe. I don't really remember if they released a Power Girl figure for that. But I know they released one in the toy line that the Superman was from. So, if you look around, maybe you'll see a few different Supergirls. Maybe. But if you're going for iconic appearances, this is definitely the one to get. Because, again, she's really hot right now. She's very big on TV right now. So, for iconic appearances, it's going to be this one. Definitely. Because, all these other Supergirls that we've seen throughout the years, like the New 52 one, she felt a little disappointing at times. And so did the one before the New 52 reboot, the one that was introduced in the Batman Superman comic books. Because at times she came across as kind of bitchy, which is again something that we saw with the New 52 one, where the New 52 one had a real major chip on her shoulder at times. She was actually so prone towards anger that she was able to get a Red Lantern ring. So that tells you right there how angry she was, at least at certain points. Now, I haven't read the Rebirth Supergirl yet, but I've heard they're trying to actually make her more akin to the personality on the show. So, again, that is referencing the show. And we have had two previous Supergirl actresses on the show. We have had the one from Smallville playing Brainiac 8, aka Indigo, and then we've had Helen Slater playing her mother. Playing Supergirl's mother. Now, if you didn't know this, she was the original actress for Supergirl back in the mid-'80s. And she also played Clark's mother, his birth mother, Laura L. in Smallville. We've also got Linda Carter, from the previous Wonder Woman actress, appearing as the president on Supergirl as well. So, we're getting a lot of familiar faces showing up. So, the TV version is definitely the most iconic version right now. So, if you want to get iconic Supergirl, one that people are going to, think of when they reference the character, this is definitely the version to get, at least right now, because this is the version that's on everyone's mind, and I'm pretty sure she's going to be around for a while. In fact, this probably won't even be her last release. We'll probably get another figure of her down the line. Anyway, this has been Mythos, and I wish you all good night.